Yeah. Hey, let me see the GigaPan. That's really cool. I really wanted to get one of these.
Okay, so this is...
Let's put a microphone in your face so they can hear you better. And let me get a camera.
Get the camera on here.
Yeah.
So you can actually...
This isn't that expensive either, which is what surprised me.
This is the slightly higher end model right now. This is the Epic 100. This is the $450 model.
But that's still relatively inexpensive.
Oh no, it is. And the cheap one is actually on sale this summer. The Epic, which has been really for the small point and shoot.
Right.
And that's
this is an SLR size one then.
Yeah, well, small footprint SLR. I've got a Canon SX10. This has got a 20 times optical zoom on it, so it really can take full advantage of that. But let me just turn it on here.
Let's see how I can make this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you close or move your...
Sure, absolutely.
That, and then, let's see here. Something like this out of here.
Did you put a mic fit on that, or do you think it's a little bit too big?
I would imagine that's got a little bit bigger footprint than it'll fit on here. And also the gearing is, I don't know, certainly with the large lens it could be a little tough there with the gearing. But this is it, I gotta try to work this backwards here. But so here I want to set up a new panorama. Let's turn the camera on. Actually, I thought about trying to shoot one inside here. I've been shooting...
I really want to play with this thing. I almost bought one before I left for China.
It'll be...
How long did that take?
Almost 2 hours to shoot it.
Wow. But the nice thing is you just take a break. And
exactly. Basically, I'm standing there. Yeah. I'm just listening to make sure that it's continuing to hit the shutter and the batteries aren't running out and things like that.
Right.
But it's going to go through... it's almost to the 26th, so it's going to zoom back in a second here and shoot the second row.
That is so cool.
Can you pause it?
You can, yeah. I'll pause it after it's gone back here for a second. So there it goes, and now it's panning down.
So it's really, in fact, if you look at the back of the camera, which I can see, I don't think you guys can see so well, but it's not moving much. I mean, it's taking a lot of megapixels.
And it depends. You can change that setting. So if you want to zoom back out and just shoot a wider angle, you can do that. But in this case, I think I've got it set for 3.
It's very tight. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just a little bit at a time that's moving.
Yep.
Wow.
And so, if I had the time, I could probably stand here and shoot the whole inside.
Well,
you'd be able to read the spines on the books. And
I would love
like that.
Actually, it'd be very cool.
If you want, I'll be happy.
Have you done a 360 degree at all?
You can do that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't quite get the full 180 by 360 because the robot sits down here in the bottom.
Yeah.
So you'd have to...
All of them are like that. Yeah.
But yeah, there's free software that comes with the robot, and they're still working on that. There's actually a bug in the 360s, the large 360s, but they're actively working on that, and I hope they'll get that fixed very soon. But my biggest GigaPan on the site right now is 5.6 gigapixels, I think.
On your site or on gigapan.org?
On gigapan.org, yeah. And
what's your username on GigaPan?
Username is RSCHOTT. And I'm actually the second most prolific user.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I actually got involved very early. I got involved as a scientist in... they had a pilot program for scientists.
You're a geologist.
Yes, exactly.
Geologists love this kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely. and so, I mean, I've been spending the last 2-3 weeks shooting in the Tetons and Yellowstone and up to the Pacific Northwest and coming down the Cascades, and those guys will be out there. It's considerably more exciting stuff than, say, most of Kansas, where I'm currently at. So...
yeah, you've been doing this since December 2007, it looks like.
I
didn't even know they were around then.
Well, I was involved while it was still in the beta phase.
Wow.
And so I got in pretty early. This model only got released this April. And so I've actually...
Yeah, I looked, and when I looked, they only had the point and shoot, the first one.
Exactly. And I have one of those...
Your website is goodschist.com?
No, that's not mine. That's a different one. But
that's a geologist website.
There's a whole geoblogosphere. There's actually a whole bunch of geologists. Oh,
that's funny. My dad's a geologist.
Oh, really?
So,
okay, I had no idea.
Yeah. He's a paleontologist. So,
oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he's retired now. But
where did he work?
He was at UCSC, University of California, Santa Cruz, and he's fairly well-known geologist, I think, a marine paleoecologist.
Ah, okay.
But a fossil hunter.
I'm much more of the hard rocks end of things. So.
Well, I spent a lot of time looking. Oh, look at this autumn fields. Oh, that's gorgeous.
And you can zoom way in on that. That was the first one I shot with
3.65 megapixels.
There's
gigapixels.
There's a flock of turkeys in that one that was in a field that's got to be almost a mile away or half mile away from where I was shooting it. I didn't even see them when I was shooting the thing. I only discovered this after I had it.
So the deal is you can really zoom in.
Yeah.
So we were looking when we were seeing the whole thing. Oh, that's a panorama, yeah. But now watch, you can zoom way into this. I mean, you're getting such detail here. Now it takes a little while to load.
Yeah, their servers
That's a lot of data.
Well,
it's a lot of data.
It is. And they're just becoming popular now. I think once they go through this Christmas season, you could really see a load on their servers.
Oh, that's neat.
But they were crushed by the inauguration picture when that thing.
That was an amazing shot. Yeah, that was an amazing shot.
But they're working real hard to keep the thing up and running, and a lot of people beginning to do this kind of all over the place. And I'm actually shooting on the West Coast here, well, because it's great geology for one thing, but also because Geological Society of America is having its meeting up in Portland this October. And I'm one of the co-chairs on a party keynote about digital geoscience, digital applications of all kinds of things in the geosciences. In fact, it's Google Earth Geoblogs is the subtitle.
Neat. That's where the Google Earth T-shirt comes from.
Exactly.
Got it.
And actually, one of the things I'll be displaying, and I don't have that with me here, wouldn't be able to show it in here anyway, is one of my GigaPans that I shot back in January is an anaglyph. Actually, I have 4 anaglyphs, but one of them that I'm going to be displaying up at the site there is an anaglyph of the Pacific Coast.
What's an anaglyph?
Red-blue, so 3D. If you got the red-blue glasses, you can see it in 3D. And
now how do you shoot that? You move it. You have to move it and get parallax.
There's 2 ways. 2 or 3 ways of doing it. The first way I initially did it was just take one unit, drag it over a foot, and shoot it sequentially, one after the other.
That's a lot.
But I've also got a second unit, and I've been able to basically put them
shoot 2 at a time.
Shoot them side by side, exactly. So if you search on the site on anaglyph, there's a couple of them out there. Of course, folks would need the red-blue glasses to really see them.
Right. But Ron is on Twitter. Yeah, they're asking. Yeah, you're Schott on Twitter as well.
Yep.
And I know it's you because it says Hayes, Kansas.
Yes. And I've got a blog that's ron.outcrop.org/blog.
I like outcrop.org.
Yes. In fact, my Jeep out there is Outcrop license plate.
Oh, that's great. This is really cool. I'm so glad. I've been very interested in the GigaPan, and I'm so glad to actually see it in action.
That's paused right now. You can actually go back and forward. So if something's moving in front of it, got a car running.
That's good.
Or something, that's good. And forward. You can actually have lots of fun with this. Some people have actually gone and made group pictures where you have one person and you make a group picture out of it. This person clones themselves. they move all over the image, and there's all kinds of fun stuff.
JD Barney saying, you don't always need big names on Twitter. This kind of content is just as good. Absolutely. In fact, if I could get people just bring in crap and show it, that's the screensavers. That's really all it was we would just have, it didn't have to be Patrick showing it. It could be Ron showing it. Anybody wants to bring something in and show it, I think that's absolutely true.
Yep.
Very cool. Really neat, Ron. Thank you for bringing it in.